Greetings, people. It's time for another one of my rad guides to chadness. And today, we are going to talk about courts. Now, as you probably already know, courts are a very big problem. And people should know how to handle them. Because a rad chad should have, because a rad chad should only believe in himself. All right, so the thing about courts is that most of them follow an Abrahamic religion. You know, like Judaism, Christianity, Islam, or one of their many reboots. Okay. And a court isn't a very nice place to be in. Everybody is abusive towards you and it sucks. Not a good place for a rad chad. Okay. So, a typical person can end up in a court. Well, it usually happens for two reasons. There are two reasons why people end up in courts. Number one, their parents made them. And number two, they are very stupid. Okay, so now we got the two reasons why people end up in courts. Okay, so let's say that you are not quite 18 yet, and your parents say, "Guess what, Bob? We're joining a court." And well, you have no choice but to obey them. So, you get enrolled in a court and they start abusively indoctrinating you. And it looks like you're screwed. Unless, of course, you follow the steps in this video like the rad chad you are. Alright. So, the way you escape a court is, well, first of all, you must acknowledge that every single person who actually believes in the teachings of a cult probably has a very low IQ. And this could be easily used to your advantage. Alright, so here's a trick. You can use. So basically, first of all, you must have something with you to prove that you are not a demon. Like, definitively prove that you're not a demon. Like, for example, a silver ring, or necklace, or anything silver. Or like, holy water. Yeah, that. Because and also if you're using silver, then you should also have a magnet to prove that it's silver, because silver isn't magnetic. Alright, so basically, the first thing you must do is sit at a table. Alright, so once you sit at that table, you are going to have to do, like, you are going to have to show everyone proof that you are not a demon. The best way to do that is, like, show off all your silver jewelry, put a magnet up to it, dip your feet in holy water. Alright. So, now that you've proven to everyone that you are certainly, without a shadow of a doubt, not a demon, then you must show them a magic trick. This is not going to be too complicated of a magic trick, since, you really don't need to do anything fancy to trick the brainless. Okay, so the magic trick is really quite simple. So, basically, we are going to need an object. And we are going to place our hand over the object, like that, and then we are going to say, "Hey guys, I'm about to push this object through the table." And then you must start moving your hand back and forth like this, while suddenly letting the object move backwards, and kapow! It looks like you actually succeeded. Everybody is going to be in awe. And they're going to be like, "Wow, this is magic! It's sorcery!" And then you just remind everyone, well, I just dipped my foot in holy water, and I've got this silver jewelry on me, so you know what that means. And so basically, there are two types of supernatural stuff in the Bible. There are things caused by God and things caused by the devil. And if something is not caused by the devil, then it is caused by God. So, yeah. Then everybody in the court starts fanatically believing that you are God's chosen prophet or something. Now, like, the big guys in charge of the organization are probably they're going to probably like be aware that the whole organization is false. They're going to know that all of this is done to manipulate and brainwash people. So it's not going to work on them. But who cares? Because you have an entire God-fearing army at your side, and you can overthrow the current leadership and become a head of the court. And then well, then you are going to have all the influence and power that the previous leaders have held before you. You can have them executed, and when the police comes and accuses you of murder, you can just say, I have a right to religious freedom. And then you will be spared. So, yeah. And then you can have a rad chad cool court of rad chads. And 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 so you can actually end up better off than you did before being indoctrinated into the cult. Yeah. You can go from slave to conqueror with this simple trick. So it's pain to gain. The Rad Chad model. Thanks for watching.